Here is Gina when we were living on 1708 Kathleen Street. We stayed there for a couple of years before we bought our house in Riverview. And this must be first Christmas or second Christmas. It's hard to tell. Anyway, that is Kathleen. I recognize the house and the blue carpet we put in. And the bow on her head, naturally. She got around really good. As a Raggedy Ann doll, she loved Raggedy Ann back then. She used to get those, and Pepe would also bring her a Raggedy Ann doll. And for her first or second birthday, she had a Raggedy Ann party, maybe. I don't think it was her third. But in the early years. Yeah, she's doing a good job on opening up the presents. She was always a quick study. FYI, I've had a lot of problems with the camera going out of focus during a lot of filming. So I put this in another mode that's not completely auto, is on scenery. And I'm hoping it will stay in focus during the entire time, which will make it so much easier. The last film I did before this took me probably 5 hours, starting, stopping, and still not having good results. Alright, here's the beach, Causeway Boulevard, August 1st, 1974. I was able to read that. There's Mom playing with Gina at the Causeway. It's known as the Courtney Campbell Causeway and the Ben T. Davis Beach. Ben T. Davis was a dredger, and back in the probably 40s, I would guess, he decided to take on the project of building this landmass from Hillsborough County to Pinellas County, including someone adding the bridge part of the way. Since then, the area has grown tremendously. If you look across in the background, there's not many buildings there. Now for meetings and conventions and so on, and due to the proximity to the airport, that area gets used quite a bit. It was never used much during my day because we always heard there was a lot of holes in the water. Evidently they had probably taken that out, or maybe they filled in naturally, because there's always hundreds of people or more, thousands maybe, on the causeway on any given weekend. Anyway, there she goes, doing what she does best. August. There's Gina and Daddy having fun. She was so tiny. Oh, we enjoyed going to the beach, going to the water, playing, and just having fun. I don't want to talk too early, but it seems like the camera is holding a better focus now at this mode. In the automatic setting mode, it just wasn't doing it, so if this works out, it's going to save me a lot of time. Alright, there we are at Mima and Papa's house. She's climbing the stairs, always up to something. And right behind her is Meemaw. And it looks like Michael. Now we're at Carol's parents' house. She's across the street. One side of the street had a sidewalk and the other side didn't. And it looks like she's pulling Gina and Philip, giving them a fast, thrilling ride. You can tell they're thrilled. Okay, there's their house. I cannot tell who that is. And so far, this seems to be doing pretty good. It's going to save me a lot of time. Alright, Hollis and Suzanne with their chickens. Cluck, cluck. Forgotten how much they loved, well, especially Hollis, her chickens. Gosh, they were skinny. That's Sharon's truck, evidently. I don't remember who the Volkswagen belonged to. They love moving objects. That was a fun toy, and we used that for a long time. Had it for a long time as well. Okay, now they're in Carol's parents' yard. Look at that white belt. Boy, that was in style. Come on, Dad. Faster, faster. Take it up a notch. I only have to use one hand with you pulling me. And I can wave at the same time. There goes Philip. Oh, he's driving with two hands and does a wheelie. Now there's Carol's car. Okay, Easter egg hunting, so it's got to be Easter time. And I assume that's the backyard. If it is, gosh, the trees have grown over the years. Good job, baby. You're filling up that basket. Yeah, again, it's a shame. This one doesn't have sound either. I don't know why, but it doesn't. That must be Sharon. And that was Carol's mom, Suzanne, hiding behind the pole. Another one camera shy. That's Carol's dad, next to Carol right now. And that is Sharon, and that must be Jaquine. And the other one in the orange shirt, I'm not sure who that was. That's Carol's dad again. Of course, back then, all of us were just a little bit thinner. Not much, just a little bit. Here we are back at the beach again. And Carol supports her Daisy Duke hairdo. Is that Bobby or is that me? No, that's me. I take it back. Take it back. Now, I tell you what, that is awesome. That is absolutely fun. Look at those little legs go. What is that, number 11? Okay, what pool are we in now? It's a large pool. I'm not sure where this is. Has a rope. Could that be the... No, that can't be the Villas. You know what? No. Everything looks reversed. That's got a high diving board. I don't know where that is. Well, there's some things you remember, and there's some things you don't. Okay, now I'm not sure exactly where that is either. Okay, my mind is going. There's Pathall. There's a bridge. I'm looking at the buildings to see where that might be. Okay, it's either my eyes have gotten that bad or my memory has gotten that bad, and I would say it's probably my memory. Alright, here's one of the little pools, and I'm trying to see where this was. Uh-oh. Oh, this is on Kathleen. Because I had built that cage for, or that fence for a dog we found that got hit by a car and kept him in there for a while. So yes, this is Kathleen Street. She's enjoying the water. Water looks orange. I guess the bottom of that play pool must be orange. There she goes playing with some kittens. And look how stylish those black socks were. They had to be Vogue back then. Well, here goes another item. I don't remember the cats. Oh, I do remember this. She loved that little Volkswagen. We must be in front of my parents' house. There you see the river. Or it could be right there. No, that's in front of Kathleen. I think the first time she drove that, she just went with one hand round and round, and with the other hand, she brushed her hair. And that was the extent of her driving. So when we moved to Oak Drive, I wanted to promote her and get her the go-kart because she already had years of experience driving a Volkswagen convertible. And that must be me there, I'm not sure, and Papo on the right. Of course, I can't identify myself without that white belt. Oh, there it is. Was that it? Just to go back a few years, that was a great neighborhood to grow up. And this is where all the river rats got to know each other, and we still meet today. There it is. There it is. No hands and brushing her hair. This is actually Bogalusa, Louisiana. That's my grandfather, Collie, and my grandmother, Looney. This is my father's parents. This Uncle Earl, who had been born with a high fever. This is the home that they moved to once they left the farm in Louisiana, which my parents bought, and now Gina and Dennis own half, and Bobby owns half. But that's their house. We spent quite a few summers there. There's a paper mill in Bogalusa, and gosh, did it stink. It made me sick every time we went. Front porch, I spent a lot of time on that swing itself. But Carol and I decided to go just to visit, and Carol's taking the film right now. Again, wish there were some sound. Okay, this must be our car for traveling. And now we're back on Kathleen. So evidently we didn't take many movies while we were there. There she is in our bedroom, conked out. that she had a rough trip. Look how cute. And that is actually the lake that Bobby owns now that my parents actually bought. And that's the glass par. That's the first boat I think Carol went out in. And she thought it was a yacht. So she wore a dress that day. We went to the Intercoastal and had lunch at Pueblo Village. And I guess we went there just to have fun at the lake, swim, and take a boat ride. Glass Par G3, a friend of mine, Dave Kennedy, actually found that for me in Pinellas County when I had to sell my father's boat that he gave me, and it was in rough shape. And I put this one together with that Johnson 40 horsepower engine on it. And it was good for skiing, very good. We skied quite a bit with that. Nice looking boat, Glass Par G3. Lake is nice and calm. I enjoyed the lake, but it didn't enjoy me. I had a lot of sinus problems going in the lake water. Okay, the same bedroom furniture that she has, and we are getting now to the end of the movie.